Hi Scorpio, we're going to be doing a self-love tarot reading. These are general readings. If it doesn't resonate with you this week, come back next week. Maybe I can help you then. These are self-love readings designed for spirit to showcase areas where we might be letting ourselves down. Yeah, that happens. And areas where we can be more authentic with ourselves. Part of self-love is self-acceptance, and it's hard to accept parts of ourselves that we haven't acknowledged. I do a 6-card spread, Scorpio. And then the 7th card I do is Spirit Message. I did shuffle a little bit before we got started. Actually, I shuffled a lot, like in a really weird way, you know, just like I was just really going for it. So I think like I'm just gonna shuffle that much more and get started. Is that fair? Yeah. So in this first position, Scorpio, it's gonna be how you feel, or maybe like where you are. In the second position, it's going to be something that Spirit wants you to prioritize. In the third position, Spirit is drawing your attention to something that you might have thought to yourself, you know, I don't have the energy or the time to deal with. And Spirit's like, now is the time. Deal with it now. In the fourth position, it's going to be something Spirit wants you to acknowledge, to be more authentic with yourself. We are all multifaceted, and acknowledging more aspects of ourselves allows us to be authentic with ourselves. Acknowledging parts of ourselves, getting to know parts of ourselves, and in that way learning more about ourselves and more about what we want. Self-love. In the 5th position, it's going to be something Spirit wants you to let go of. It might be something that doesn't serve you anymore. In the 6th position, it's going to be something that Spirit wants you to acknowledge. Could be something in your environment, but you just didn't realize that it was for you, or you didn't even notice it, okay? And like I said, in the 7th position, it's Spirit Message. So Scorpio, right now, Spirit is indicating to me that you are in this place of victory, or a sense of victory. You feel maybe like you accomplished something. You feel like maybe you've, overcome a hurdle. Maybe you passed a universal test. But oh, sorry. Pardon me. You see her here. She has there's layers to this rock. There's tiers. So I don't think this has just been like one challenge. And we see here that she has this wand up here, but there are also these 5 that are down here below. So maybe she's passed like 5 different challenges, or maybe 5 different tests. Maybe there was a lot of things for you to overcome. Or maybe too, also, you might have a lot of support for what you've come through. That's really great, Scorpio. The universe is saying that you have this, maybe these feelings, maybe these ideas of futility, right? Usually I see this down here in like the acknowledging pile, and this like indicates to me that you have these habits, right? The 7 of Swords. These habits that you might think to yourself are futile. I like to think that she's collected all these swords and now she's just sitting there on her cloud and she's like, shit, what am I gonna do with 7 swords, right? Futile habits. In the traditional tarot, this is like my card of betrayal, but like also this could be self-betrayal. The thing about self-betrayal is like I said, when I was talking about this acknowledgement, right, is when we don't acknowledge aspects of ourselves, we are invalidating ourselves. If you have a lot of this energy that you're telling yourself that like what you're doing is futile, maybe we're invalidating ourselves. So Spirit is saying like right now they want you to prioritize this. If there are habits that you have that are futile, you might want to cut them out. But if you're just feeling that you have these habits, or you're feeling like whatever you're doing is futile, Spirit wants you to acknowledge that and prioritize dealing with that. Nice. Universe says you need to acknowledge that, because what they want you to prioritize and focus on and deal with right now is the sun. And I always think of the sun as like really nice new energy, like a brand new day, right? Look at them, they are frolicsome, they are having a good time. Universe wants you to acknowledge that there is an opportunity here for you, or maybe you already have this this joy or this new beginning built up, and universe is saying, hey, it's available. Prioritize it. Put energy and time into it now, not later. It might not be available later. You never know what's available to you later. So acknowledge it and appreciate it now. Yeah. So I think there was something that happened. You could have like overcome one thing, or you could have overcome a lot of things. And maybe that sense of like, still having to work is there, and that's what that futility is like you're just, you ever had like a lot of things to do, just like a lot of things to do, and then you finish all those things and you're just sitting there and you're like, well, shit, what now? right? Maybe you're feeling like that because universe is saying there's something that you need to acknowledge to be more authentic with yourself is this Tower. So there is something that happened, Scorpio. These are general readings, so I'm not exactly sure, like, personally what happened for you, but something did happen. And whatever you've overcome, you know, it's okay to acknowledge it. There are tons of things that it could be, like maybe you had a problem with a person at work, or maybe you had a problem with a relative or a spouse, or, you know, I think those are just my cats. Sorry. It really could be anything. Whatever the Tower was. Hey. Oh, just cats and the dog. Sorry. It was the cats. Whatever the Tower was, the universe wants you to acknowledge it. Because right now I see that you're in a place of victory, but your mindset, what the universe wants you to prioritize and deal with, is this sense of futility. So maybe you think you're not going to get anywhere, but the universe wants you to know and like move towards getting somewhere. Because it's saying here that you have the new day coming, but you have to acknowledge the Tower first. Yeah, the universe is saying, let's let go of prudence in this fifth position. Prudence. You might be trying to take your time with something. You might be trying to go slowly. You might be trying to be very careful about what you're doing, your movements, or who you're talking to. You might be trying to be careful spending money, or just in some way being thrifty with your time, money, you know, energy, anything. And the universe is saying you got to let go of that.